Sorry about that, folks. There was a bit of a glitch on my side, and as you can see, I'm just trying to catch up with everything, so bear with me. Right. Into qualifying we go. Let's just turn everything on. You gotta love it when your internet just decides to die on you. Anyway, into qualifying we go. Oh. Not really sure what was going on there. That looked like a bit of a mix-up. Alright. Back to it we go. Monza. The temple of speed. I wonder if it's going to be the temple of safety cars. And hopefully for Pixel's safety, he doesn't ride the curbs as hard as he did last time. We have a good turnout though. I believe we have 17 drivers out with us right now. So, yeah, qualifying is definitely going to be key here. Alright, let's stick on board. Go speed. Exactly, Brewski. Brewski, where are you? Right, I'm going to... What is that Mercedes doing? You nearly killed the cameraman. Also, not sure if people noticed, but I've got a nice little F1 logo in the bottom corner. The leaderboard, I've noticed, is slightly off. My damn overlays moved. There we go. That's better. Oh dear, dear, dear. Right. Sorry guys, I'm slowly catching it. Okay, so Alpine player has gone with a 22. Not sure who this is. Yellow flag. I'm gonna assume it's not Joseph, because Joseph has just gone period 1, kilometer whale. Let's go on with something 1, because he's draining the shit out of that battery. You're heading out. Okay, Matt, we'll have eyes on you. We do have an ad break starting in 1 minute. $22, right. Let's go find Mr. Brewski. Oh, there we are. There's our boy. That McLaren's decided to follow the 2026 aspirations and bin it. Lots of yellow flags coming up. Lots of people going slow on the racing line, I've noticed. Well, there's a lot of traffic here. Everyone's just tripping over each other. A few cancelled laps already, I see. Look at that. You got a Williams, you got a Haas, then you got the Alpine, then you got another Haas. Let's go on board with the real Brewski. You have no clue if this is a good lap. He's used all of his ERS though, which is going to hurt him down in the second and third sectors. Easy. We don't want to go up in there. Let's stick on with him though, and just see where he puts himself, because he can definitely improve on this lap. Let's go off board. Off board always looks smoother. Oh, He took that corner very tightly. The cameraman didn't even notice him. Okay, so we have a lot of people on track right now. 18 drivers. And of course Lance Stroll is still at the bottom of the queue. Real Brewski does a 1:24.5. We know you can beat that, buddy. Oh Lord have mercy. Kick must be paying these people well, because Kicksauber's new drivers just come in with a subscription. Thanks for that, Reese. I guess you just didn't want to deal with the adverts. Let's see how Thrill's getting on, if he's finishing a lap. No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like anyone's really on push laps. Let's go on board with Reese's teammate, Rage. Lots of yellow flags, people just dawdling on the racing line. 4 seconds off. Sorry, Thrill. I tried to get into the lobby and then my internet bombed out, so that's why I was a bit late. You know how it is. Right. This is not a push lap. So let's go find someone that might be on a push lap. Oh my god, what is going on in here? Guys, it's qualifying, not race day. Give each other a bit of space. Red Bull doesn't want to give any space, and Red Bull's coming straight. Oh, contact. Contact between Wantimus and the Red Bull. Don't rejoin at an awkward angle. Oh, what is going on here, boys? You think Kalanick were the top three? Well, he's just proved you right. 21-4. So this track we're qualifying because, let's be honest, it's not a very long track with a 1:20 lap time. You want to space yourself and not get caught up in any moments. You're getting points also. Are you confirming that? So if it doesn't go wrong, we're going to have a talk. I'm not saying you won't, obviously, because this is you and you'll obviously get points, but just got to check. Kalanick. Has he started another lap? Oh, okay. Alright. I'll hold you to that. Right, let's go on board with the fast Ferrari. See how he gets on. No improvement in the first sector. So people that I think, well, somebody down in 18th hasn't got a lap time. Not sure who this is. Not sure if it's Schmo, and it's just, oh, no, that's definitely not Schmo. Who's this? No idea. But we're gonna go on with Kak, who still hasn't got a lap time on the board. I think it was a 27.0 first sector, which is too bad, quite respectable. Fastest lap still is a 1:20.448. Okay. It said player, so I was just curious. Maybe it just needs them to do their lap and then it will recalibrate. 10 seconds off for whoever is in 18th, huh? No, Rage is in P15. In the kick. Right, let's see how Cat gets on. His teammate, who I got them mixed up, is up in P6, and Inside Cat goes P8. So Red Bull's up there with Ferrari. The Alpines doing very well. No stacks, just sole Aston Martin. And there we have Mr. Joseph laying down another benchmark, now 1.1 seconds faster than anybody else. Alright, okay, I wasn't sure. Right. Kolonic's about to finish up this lap. No, he's not. Okay. I was just curious, just because I didn't recognise the name. Well, obviously. Pixel is on a personal best in the first two sectors. He's currently P10. Where is this going to put him? Ooh. Pixel goes P3. Pixel P3. Okay. There's a very slow. Who's this? Sticking around. I think one of the Mercedes. No, it wasn't a Mercedes. Who was that? Just parked up by the side of the track. This looks like Schmo. Bit more like it now. Oh, maybe not. Nearly 3.5 seconds off on the pace. But the lines look very smooth. But anyway, we only have 4 minutes. Come on, I didn't press that. I pressed that thing. We only have 4 minutes of qualifying. I don't see the 119.8 being beaten, but all to play for behind. So, in the battle of the Ferraris, it's quite close. Oh, Jesus. Good save. Nice save, Rage. Battle of the Alpines, not that close. Kick, not massively close. Red Bull's pretty close. There's only 6/10 between them. McLaren, let's just say that. And the Haas are both down, P17 and P19. Rage, that wobble's definitely cost you. But we'll see what he gets. He still might improve on his best, even with the wobble. It looks like he will. It's a shame actually he had a wobble, because it doesn't look that bad of a lap. Yeah, it goes to P13. With that wobble, he could have been in the top 8. Gonna be kicking himself for that. Let's go on board with Optimus, who I think got caught up in a bit of a scuffle earlier. I'm not sure what exactly happened. And he has a kick and a Ferrari. And they're all starting their laps though, so this could be a bit tricky. Especially if they start racing at each other on qualifying laps. Oh, not the line he wanted. And there goes that lap. Now, is this Thrill behind Colonic? Oh, it is Thrill. Use that kick, Thrill, as a massive buffer on the straights. Looks like he's actually holding you up a little bit. please don't overtake into there though. That would be suicide with these cars. Keep this lap together, Thrill. If you keep it within 9/10 of the fastest lap, you could see yourself up in P3 here. Minor yellow flag. It seems to have cleared itself up now. And Schmo's gone P7 with a 22.0. Oh, scratch that. Ooh, Reese goes P3. And then yourself, Thrill, right behind him. See what your teammate's finishing up with. No, your teammate goes and pinches him back. So P3 is going to be highly contested, it looks like here. Oh, it's tight up there for P3. I think one might have something to say about it. Lost a bit of time at the end then. Bucks had a moment in the gravel, judging by the state of those side pods. Killer has had a moment, and according to this, he's retired. Decided that was the best he was going to get. P12 on the board. Somebody else could take the P12 from him though and demote him further down. McLaren was charging into that pit box. Flat out. Thrill. Finishes. Whoa. Now is Pixel gonna do anything? He's come across a bit of traffic here, but he's not going to be improving. Not with this sector times. Insert CAC. Finishes with his 21.8. Let's see if we can find anyone that's on a flyer. Something one is not going to do it. Anyone on a lap? Anyone. No. Okay, that's all she wrote on that one. Now, there will be a slight change. I didn't have time due to my internet going down to get the video. So, it's not going to be as fancy as usual. Schmo did not have much luck there in P9. Not at all. But of course we have the usual suspects of Joseph and Fifi, then Kalanick, Reese, Thrill Nation, Pixel, Funkmaster Trout, that's who it is in the Alpine, insert CAC, Schmo, Something One, Buckwheezy, Killer, David Cottle, Rage, Woptimus, Count Zuck Me Now, P16, Wesley Cottle, P17, The Real Brewski, 18th, and Teddy Jr., P19. So we have nearly a whole grid. Holy moly. Alright. So we're just going to be watching the formation lap once we move over. My damn wheelbase is making a racket. Right. Let's just quickly turn that off for a second while we have the formation lap. Now, I believe it's going to be a dry race, but this is Italy. You know, we've got it's tropical there. You never know what you're going to get. Could be sunny 1 minute, you may have some rain the next. I'm just saying you don't know. Now I'm expecting this turn 1 to be quite spicy. I know I said that about Zandvoort and nothing really materialised, but this is Monza. I'm pretty sure this could be a firecracker. Especially if people pick up damage and then maybe have a bad exit. And then all the way up to through to turn 3 and 4. Yeah, it's going to affect some drivers. But Alpine's looking in good form. Funk arriving on the scene already, showing he's here not to just muck about. We just wait a little bit longer while the drivers plan out their race strategies and everything else, right? And now we go for the formation lap. Okay, so let's actually have a look while we're here on who has what tyres. So the front runners, first row are on the hards, and then down to 10th is mediums. Buck on the softs, Killer on the mediums. David Cottle's gone for the hards, then we have medium, soft, medium, medium, hard, hard. But let's turn that off and get our gear back on. Oh dear, I may have timed this poorly. I may need the restroom. But I don't think I'm gonna have time to run there and come back. Shit. So the front two are just gonna hope to keep it clean and go long with those hard tyres. I think just because you said about Kalonic, we're going to go on board with Kalonic from the start and see what he decides to do. If he's just going to jump at the first opportunity with the mediums to make a go of it, or if he's going to be cautious. Speaking of which, I wonder how many people are lining up. How many people get disqualified already? 2, 3 people due to missing their pit box, which is going to affect their launch. 4, because if you miss your pit box, it does affect you. 5 people in here now. Okay, let's get ourselves ready. Round 16. And 5 lights are out, and away we go. And Kalonic got an absolute belter of a start, but then on the second phase didn't get it. We're going to go off-board camera here. There's contact, car in the wall. It looks like rage. Kalonic's had a moment. Luckily, it looks like ghosting might be enabled just for that moment. It's cost them definitely schmoes. Jumped up into P3, and we have a virtual safety car. Ease it down, fellas. No sudden braking. Just look after your wings. We don't need any crazy moments here. The front runners are definitely Fifi and Joseph have escaped that unscathed as well. Now speed is reduced to about 40% of full racing speed, just enough to keep them eating the tyres and the brakes, but if somebody does have damage, this could be time for them to get a cheaper, but not free, but a cheaper pit stop. Now we just wait for the virtual safety car to end. And who will be quickest with the reactions? Who's going to get the jump? But then, let's hope nobody's gone a bit too quick and receives a penalty. Still waiting for this virtual safety car. Now we're coming around to the pits. Will anyone be brave? Or has anyone got damage? Nope. Doesn't look like, anyway, from what I can see, no one's going into the pit. The virtual safety car is about to end as we approach turn 1. Okay, DRS is enabled. Kolonic's had a moment, and it looks like everyone's having a few moments. Rage America got a penalty. Oh dear, Kolonic, where are we going? Not having a look at it, it seems. Not sure if he's got damage. He's gonna send it on Buck. That was not gonna work out too well for him. Buck on those softs now. It looks like there's an issue for one of the Ferraris because they're dropping down. A few cars going off the track. Contact between a McLaren, and it was Buck who goes spinning round, and his McLaren teammate in sympathy decides to join him. Oh dear. That's not what you want to see. Another what is going on back there, fellas? Let's settle down, it's Monza. You can't win on the second lap. Joseph is now starting to eke out in front of Fifi. Schmo's got a car insert cat behind him in P4 within DRS, but it looks like the closest on-track battle at the moment is between the Thrill, Killer and Reese, who braked really early. Oh, Williams going straight on. That looked like Pixel. And we have the RB teammates going side by side. Killers flew through there, like you wouldn't know. So we might be under a change of ownership at the front here. Fifi's got within 4/10 now of Joseph. He will be in the DRS zone. Fastest first sector lost a little bit in the middle sector now. And also it looks like Schmo's under threat for losing his podium in the background. With insert CAC hunting him down. Hey Jamie. I think we're definitely going to see a change for the lead here. And P3 is about to go battling over the line. Oh, slamming on those brakes. Not able to do anything about it, it seems. Is Fifi going to think about coming back at him? He's close enough to if he does a dummy. There he goes for the move. They both can lock up quite heavily, but no. Joseph lives for another day. Schmo did get passed by insert hack for P3. I'm going to go further down the order in a minute. Oh, Joseph had a snap of oversteer coming out. I think Joseph may have been smart and letting Fifi through there to then get the DRS down the back straight, but he's close enough that he might even just take it back on pure pace alone. Now, will there be DRS chicken games? No. Oh, there is definitely contact though between the leaders going into the Parabolica. Lots of battles coming into the braking zones now. Whoa! I don't think Killer was expecting the brake so early there. My God, that was close. And now he's got Thrill Nation all over the back of him. Where is that for? That's a slightly different racing line, Keller, won't lie. not what I was expecting. Now the front two are just going to be squabbling over this again. But I'm going to go to Kalanick, who is alongside Funk. And he's taken it. P5 after his dreadful start. Something Wong in the background starting to close in on them. Then another 2-second gap to Reese. That was his scent. I was not expecting him to go. Joseph sets the fastest lap. Fifi, yep, coming alongside him again, so they can have a braking battle. But the thing is, these two are so quick, even when they're battling, they're not really slowing each other down. Good little battle here though with Schmo and Insert Cat. Wantimus has received a 3-second time penalty. And it looks like, okay. Looks like he's serving a penalty. That's going to hurt. That's going to really hurt. Damn, that's unlucky. Alright, battle between the Williams pairs. So 3 seconds, I think it was due to a corner cutting. Pixel, no, not the ideal line. Lots of people really struggling through there. Maybe they're struggling to balance with the car, because when you've got a lot more fuel, like race amount of fuel in the car, it handles like an absolute boat. Now, Funk might get bullied slightly here because he's got a Ferrari coming up behind him, and something was not exactly far away. Let's get on board with it. Ooh, lighting up the rears a bit there. I don't think he's close enough unless he goes for a dummy send. Thinks better of it. Oh! Pixel's in the pits, and so is Wantus. So, a few early stops. Lap 7 out of 19. Not really, we're coming up to half race distance, but we've got a while to go yet. Top two are still battling like crazy, and then you've got P3 and P4 battling like crazy. These two are just having a dice of it all. How close they can get to each other without actually making contact. Schmo decides to pit for the mediums. Onto the hards. Okay. Now, is he going to come out into traffic? He's not going to want that. No, it doesn't look like it. There is a McLaren coming down the main straight, but there's a 3-second gap. So Schmo can get on those hards and just slowly bring them in. Oh, this is close. Let's go on, Mr. Brewski. He popped into the chat earlier. P12 on the hards. Still not a bad strategy. The hards are going to be getting a bit tired at this point. But the people on the mediums are still out there, so the hards could still go for a good while, and then the softs at the end would be lovely. Oh, will there be contact? No. Ghosting seems to be on, I'm not entirely sure why. But it's okay, off they go again. I'm excited for WrestleMania, yeah. It'll be very entertaining. Bucks pitted. I think this is his second stop now. Onto the hards. Where is he going to come out? Mercedes goes through, and I think he's going to come out behind the Williams duo. There goes one. Oh no, Pixel's quite a bit further behind due to his mishaps. So Colonics started to drop off, it looks like, from insert cat. When are they gonna... Alright, speaking of, I was just about to wonder when are people gonna start pitting. Joseph's decided to pit. Colonics deciding to pit. Thrill, if you're listening. Unless you've got a good gap, I wouldn't. Let's see what he does. Goes round once again. Lots of cars in the pits. Oh, that was a bit slow for Alpine. It's going to affect Funk a little bit. But I think he's fine. Reese has definitely lost out being in the kick pit box. When you come into the crew, you have to wait longer. And I think he was P6 and he's come out P10. So that's not helped him very well. That's cost him quite badly there. David, who's still out on his original hard tyres, is just praying that there's a safety car at this point. It would give him a free stop. I would come into the pits this lap though, Thrill. Unless you're going to stay out and go on to the softs, which would be brave. But then you'd be quicker at the end. Fifi has finally decided to pit. So where is he going to come out relative to Joseph? Let's go on board with him. Something one dives into the pit, so Joseph's going to retake the lead, I think. Yep, flies through. Clear by miles. Thrill staying out. David Cottle's going to stay out as well, so Fifi's going to have to overtake some slower cars now on much older tyres. Oh! Doesn't matter. Commentator's curse. David's had a moment. Through, you're still doing personal bests. I think you could go to the softs honestly at this point. Maybe one more lap. Because you're in a good position at this point. All the people behind you, basically, apart from Fifi, who's about to come up to you, is on hards. But if you think you can make those softs last, that's the question. Be surprising if he goes on to the hards here. Goes round again. Yeah, I think that's what he's going for. Battle between Funk and something one. DRS chicken games, I think. Cargo vroom vroom, that's all you know. That's fine. As long as you enjoy a bit of chaos and a bit of close racing. Now, are we going to see a Red Bull come down the inside? No. Doesn't look like it, but he might get him on traction here. Real Brewskis to finally decide to pit and go onto the softs. Thrill's got Schmo all over the back of him. Schmo, who has already pitted. Schmo wasn't close enough to go for the move there. Didn't have the move made, basically. Thrill staying out still. He's not going to want to stay out too much longer until he gets to a point where the softs, his mediums drop off. But let's see, does he go around again? No, he decides to finally pit. Surely this is for the softs. David behind him follows him in. There we go, softs. Be interesting to see where he comes out relative to everyone else. So Reese, who's come around the final corner, has pitted. He was up in the top 6, top 7, but got, I think there was an issue. Oh, he's got damage. Wing damage, I see. So that's going to give Thrill... Oh, Thrill, don't do that. That's going to give Thrill the encouragement he needs now to chase after the cars in front. Yeah, Reese is not having the time of it. I know he went well in practice, but oh! Yeah. I don't know whether that was had to dive out the way there, or if they both went in way too hot. It looked like a bit of both. Right, RB teammates now wanting us to start to catch up, I think, with Killer. So Reese, after that second pit stop onto the softs now, is P17. Wow, what a fall from grace that's been. I had him in predictions for a top 5 finish, but it doesn't seem to have gone his way. Unless there's a very late safety car here, it will bring him back into play with the soft tyres, but it doesn't seem to be going that way. We've only got 5 laps to go. Oh, yellow flag. Sector 2, and we're clear again. I was terrified I jinxed it again. Kick Sauber versus Mercedes. Haven't seen much of this of a matchup. There's Brewski coming through camera shot. I gotta keep focusing on the top 2 at the moment. Joseph out on the marbles a bit there. Now they are going to be coming up to laps of drivers soon. Six seconds of penalties now for Teddy. What a switchback, Joseph. Still side by side. Fifi tried the switchback, but it did work out for him. Now we have the Red Bulls squabbling. Squabbling, you like that one? Okay. I'll keep using it when it's fitting. I really expected a safety car. I was expecting chaos. There was damage, and yes, there was a few cars in the wall and everything, but not as bad as I expected. Now, Joseph's going to be happy about lapping these cars because I think he's going to get DRS if it's a blue flag. He does. So these two are flying down into turn 1 now. Okie dokie, I'll break. So we have an Alpine getting hunted down by 2 Red Bulls. This sounds like 2026. Now there's a very late move there by something Wong. I don't think it was meant to be. I think it was just after realising he wasn't going to make the zone. And I think there was a bit of wing damage for one of them as well. Reese, I think, is driving a little bit annoyed with what happened. I'm not entirely sure where he picked up the damage. I don't know whether that was the right call, because I think... Oh, does the Brewski now have DRS? Let's come back at it. He has DRS, but he's not, I don't think, coming back at him enough. Questionable cornering, Brewski. That's all good though. We don't judge here. Everyone has their own racing lines. Oh. These two just have no chill. Coming back at them. Faking the dummy, or is it going to be an actual dummy set? Oh, look at them bump drafting basically at this point. So close. 2 laps to go after this one. Nation has a second corner cutting warning. Welcome back. These two are still going at it like there's no tomorrow. That's close racing. Heck of it close. So I'm sure DRS... They're definitely playing cat and mouse with each other. I'm sure there'll be some DRS games near the end. Alright, we're going to go back with David, who in the last 2 races has been so close to either losing points or winning points. At the moment, yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like the McLaren is going very slowly there. Callum. No, Callum's never... He doesn't even have a PC, he wouldn't be racing. David Cottle's going to come back at Thrill, actually. I think he'd like to race and try this, but he doesn't have a PC. I'm trying to sell him my old one, but I don't think he wants to buy, so his loss. Anyway, back to it. Let's go up to the front. We're going to be starting the final lap in a minute. And once again, it's just been a masterclass from these two. Schmo's held his own. He had a good battle. I told him 300. I literally said 300, and he gets a mouse and keyboard and a monitor. Oh, look at them side by side through the barrel bomb. On to the final lap we go now. I think Joseph got DRS. Yep, he did. Mounting the curb. I think Fifi might have thrown it away a bit there. Let's see. Closest battle on track at the moment, apart from them. It's not really a battle. Cac's a bit all over the place. Final lap of round 16 in Monza. Oh, don't go for it there, Joseph. It's going to be very close. I'm not actually. I think Joseph is going to get it just on a pure exit. He's just stuck to the back of Fifi's car now. And at this point, I'm not really sure what defense. Covering the inside, that's his one defensive move. They're going to go back to the racing line. We are going to go side by side through Parabolica. And I think just on exit, oh, it's going to be close. I think Joseph, oh, wow. Fifi won it, but that is so close, holy shit. Wow, okay, Fifi wins, Schmo P3, Klonic's going to get P4, Funk is going to get P5. Oh, something won P6. David Cottle's going to get P7. Thrill Nations dropped off on the softs. Didn't seem to work out for him. And there's still a battle on for P9 with Buck and Cack. Oh! He had a go. He had a go. It just did not work out for him. And that is P9, P10, Pixel, P11. Shame for Pixel, not the race he would have wanted today. Teddy's now picking up 20 seconds worth of penalties. Can't suck me now. Hear those gear changes dropping down. He's got Killer over the back of him. But it's not going to be enough for Killer, so that's Can't Suck Me Now. P12, Killer, P13. And then Reese finishes P14. Real Brewski. There he is, our boy. P15. With Wesley behind him, P16. And that is the final runner. But Brewski, due to his penalties, drops down to P16. Driver of the day, David Cottle. I can agree with that, P7. I can agree with that, definitely. I think it really started. I'm not entirely sure where he started, actually. I don't think it was very high. Right, let me just turn off the, them, and turn on that. Wait for the classification to load up. I'm curious where David's P13. Okay, I can agree with that. That's a good race. Yeah, I was curious what happened to you, Reese. I'll be honest, that was a bad race for you. Spurnham fucked it. Well, you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. But that's how it ends. So look at this over the line. 1,000th of a second between Fifi and Joseph. 1,000th of a second between first and second. That's all it was. I don't think you could ever get as close to that. But anyway, finishes with Schmo, P3, Kalanick Whale, P4, Funkmaster Trout, P5, Sun Team 1, P6, David Cottle, Brilliant Drive, P7, Thrill Nation, Buck, Insert Cack, Pixel, Philadelphia, Reese, Can't Suck Me Now. Let me scroll. I'm sorry. Can't Suck Me Now and everybody else. Oh. You tried your best, Reese. You can't help it. My lord. That finish by Joseph and Fifi, 1,000th. Literally 1,000th of a second. He nearly got it. Yeah, he had a bad start though, didn't he? Yeah, he got caught up with, I think, a few other people having issues as well. And it just threw him off. But he had a good recovery drive to P5 in the end. It was it you. So it was Ferrari friendly fire, basically. Oh, thrill. Oh, Cow, you've joined in as we're finishing. But anyway, that is round 16 of Monza in the Thrill Nation Gaming F1 24 League. Done and dusted. Let me just turn off that classification because we don't need to see that anymore. Yeah, I saw the 3 wide and I thought this is not going to end too well. Also, guys, I just want to test the transition. So I'm just going to jump to another start, like a stream thing, and then come back, and I just want to check if it works. if that's right. I just want to check that the thing works. So just give me a sec and tell me if you see it on stream. Okay, it does work. It's the official F1, F1 thing. So that's nice. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it there because I've been out in the garden since Monday, going back and forth and back and forth, doing a lot of work, and my feet are killing me, my hands are killing me, and my eyes are saying time to fuck off and go to bed. So I will catch you all guys on Monday. Thrill, do you know where we are on Monday? I didn't have a chance to chat through the schedule. Have a good one, Brewski. Oh my god, Baku. And if we if we have Baku and the grid that we had today, it could be manic. Now, if people are still in the chat, just stick around for a minute because I do want to raid out. I keep saying I'm going to, but I'm not sure who to raid out exactly right now. So bear with me. If there's no one to raid out to, then well, we'll just call it there, and that'll be the end of it. Baku confirmed. Oh god. Okay. Baku. Now it's somebody that's not on F125, but I haven't been able to catch up with them properly. So, rude. Right, if you're able to, click on that and we're going to go raid out. I'd appreciate it. I will catch you on the next one, guys, though. Peace out, cheerio, and, well, bye.